Hey ladies, my audience, here to fulfill my purpose of serving you. Welcome to the Hope Ignites Healing Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Lillian Kalisa. And just to let you know that this is a slightly different podcast, one where I'll take the opportunity to reintroduce myself. While we are still looking at limiting beliefs this month of April, particularly surrounding health, I explore how those encompassing loss and trauma for me enabled me to see the power of healing from grief and past trauma that now makes me limitless in chasing my purpose to serve women like you. Yes, you, my ladies. In this journey, I have learned that even an audience of one is still an audience, and I will show up for the one. So about me and my purpose. I am a medical doctor and specifically a family physician with a bias towards women's health. In family practice, we embrace that every patient presenting in the medical consultation has a story that defines them as a person who happens to have a disease. I am a mother and a wife of over 10 years. I am the founder and CEO of H3, which is Hope, Health, Healing, an initiative that targets women that have faced loss and trauma, resulting into inner emptiness and physical disease. We support them to redefine their health by finding inner completeness. But look, I'm not here because of that profile. I'm here because of my testimony, my story. I have been beaten by life to give the beauty that you see before you. No wonder it is true that if you are looking for your purpose and calling, find it right in your pain. I wish I had always confidently and proudly described myself, Dr. Lillian, as boldly as I did and stood in those shoes. Now I came to this realization on the night of 18th November 2020 at about 10 p.m. in an ICU hospital room where I watched my father, my hero, and most definitely no ordinary dad, take his last breath. The world outside was rioting, yet it all stood still and quiet in that hospital room, with some gospel music playing in the background, but I could hardly hear anything. I was numb. As I touched his forehead, attempting to pray while holding his hand in mine, I was completely numb to all that was happening. I could not feel my body, let alone my mind and my heart, because I now realize that through the events leading to this moment, I had been holding my breath for the longest time. I hadn't allowed myself to breathe through the years. And we know that any cell without air is literally dead. That was me. I had been holding my breath through one miscarriage after another, then through secondary infertility, even more when I realized that most of these stemmed from severe betrayals in my life from closest family and friends. This was the most traumatic of them all, climaxing in this moment, standing there as a daughter and a caretaker, yet also being a physician and able to support in coordinating his medical care. Hoping beyond all hope that Dad will pull through, only to end in one last breath, completely empty of himself. Honestly, the only feeling alive for me then was actually failure. Yes, I had been busy running along in my life as a physician, a wife, a mother, a daughter, a sister, seeming to be well. But I now know that I never realized how for many women, such events of trauma affect health and well-being and the ability to live in our life's purpose. And there I was at Dad's bedside, still holding my breath through so much pain, betrayal, disrespect, now loss and trauma. I'm only human, a girl to hold on to all these crowns at a go, unimaginable. No wonder I was numb. So I started to search for the dimmest light of finding hope from my deepest moments of pain in life. I started to look inwards into me, desperately chasing after purpose to my traumatizing past. This led me to the truth that hope, any gleam of hope, actually ignites healing, and that my healing had to be a lifestyle. That's the only way I could start to rearrange my past story of trauma, loss, and severe pain. So, through my story and what I have learned through my experience as a family physician, I want to lead women to the realization that so much of what we experience in our physical bodies is connected to unhealed trauma from things we are not saying, not dealing with, and merely walking around in life, yet holding our breath. So out of this dark and painful journey, I learned the power of what I now call hope, health, healing. That is H3 for me, where hope ignites healing. Through H3, I finally get to breathe into my purpose and support women to finally breathe life into their stories and hopefully into their purpose by redefining their health holistically. That is according to the original WHO definition of health, which is a state of complete emotional, physical, and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease and infirmity. So we use hope as a snapshot moment to point women to the possibility of finding healing. We walk the journey of redefining their health through tangible steps in their physical, emotional, and social well-being. In the process, they find inner completeness and embrace their new healing as a lifestyle. Therefore, welcome to the Hope Ignites Healing podcast, where grief was turned into power, as well as many other resources that have been prepared for you ladies in our most intimate space at our website at hopehealthhealing.ug and through our socials at hopehealthhealingug. There is hope for you to start on your journey through redefining your health to find healing as a lifestyle. Allow us to walk the journey with you, only if you commit to the call. Again, I, Dr. Lilian Kalisa, am honored to be your host, and I'm looking forward to many more multiple interactions with you in this space. Take care. Bye-bye.